Good morning, class. We are going to be talking about chapter 5 today, which will be writing linear equations. The big ideas that we're going to be covering is writing linear equations in various forms. So that will be standard, that's going to be slope-intercept, that's going to be point-slope. Those are great ones for us to do. Then we're going to use these to solve different word problems. And finally, we're going to also model best fit lines. So we're going to also be dealing with perpendicular and parallel lines. So just know that we're going to be covering quite a few different concepts. All of these are useful, and especially it will be the case that we will need to know these in the future. So that will be what we're covering. So today we're covering 5.1 and 5.2. So 5.1 is writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. So as you know, slope-intercept form is the one we covered last class. And so it's crucial for us to be aware of what we will be doing. So let's begin with example 1. So slope-intercept form, it gives us write the equation of a line with, example 1 says, write the equation of a line with slope -2. So m equals -2, and y-intercept, b equals 5. So they just want us to write this equation, -2x plus 5, and that's it for that example. That's a pretty straightforward example. And why are we starting with such an easy question? Well, we've got to ease ourselves in after chapter 4 into just writing equations. So we're going to look at some graphs, and that's how we're going to figure out. Now this graph over here starts at 0, 3, and it goes down -2 and across 5. So what we can do again is, what was our slope? Our slope is y, the change in y, over the change in x, and our y-intercept was 3. So given that information, we can write the equation -2 over 5x plus 3. And that is our slope-intercept, and on this one there is 3 examples. You have to figure out which one it is, A, B, or C, or D. D does not have the right slope, neither does B, so the only right answer would be A. So you're going to put in A in a question like that, but of course we're doing delta math, so you won't even get to have multiple choice. Let's get to 3. 3 says, write an equation for the line shown. This is good. There's 2 points. So they give us the point 0, -5, and 3, -1. So to find slope, we need to compare the 2 points. So we do -1 minus -5 over 3 minus 0. This becomes -1 plus 5 over 3. So m is 4 over 3. And what's our y-intercept? Our y-intercept is -5. That's this right here. Okay? So again, slope-intercept, y equals mx. M is 4/3 x minus 5. There's your slope-intercept form. Okay, remember you need, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? Okay, we'll do another one. Now this gives us f of a value. So remember, f of a value is simply put, an easier way of putting it. So they say f of 0 equals 5, and f of 4 equals 17. Well, let's change this into points. So our first one The 0 is our x, the 5 is our y. Our second one, 4 is our x, 17 is our y. Can we find the equation of the line linear function between these 2 points? Yeah. So m is 17 minus 5, y2 minus y1, over x2 minus x1. So we get 12 over 4, which is 3. And what's our b? Our b is when x equals 0. Well, that's this. So that's 5. So again, repeating ourselves, 0 was our x, this was our y. 4 was our x, 17 was our y. They gave us 2 points, we found the slope. They gave us the y-intercept, because 0, 5. So we can write this in 2 ways. We can write this f of x, which is the function of x, equals 3x plus 5, or y equals 3x plus 5. Now this is what this equation up here has given us. This is our slope-intercept, okay? So that's what we've just covered. Again, these videos will be shorter so that you can have time to look through them and figure out what you need to know, okay? So, modeling a situation with a constant rate is m, your initial value is b. So, whenever is our initial value, will be b. So, this one says, a recording studio charges a musician initial fee of 50, so that's b equals 50, and 35 per hour. So 35 per hour is 35. So then we're going to get cost equals 35x plus 50. Now could this be a y? Yes. But since we're dealing with costs, we want to write the equation like this. Okay, so let's write the equation. Now b says find the total cost for of recording an album that takes 10 hours of studio time. So the cost equals 35 times 10 hours plus 50. Doing the math here, we get 350 plus 50. So the total cost is $400. And that would be our answer, okay? So again, initial is going to be our y-intercept. Our change that has per hour constant rate is going to be slope, okay? Now you could do t. So they did t right here, which is fine. It wouldn't change anything. Okay? It would be the same equation, okay? So thank you guys so much. This is going to be our first video. Our second one will be over 5.2. Okay? I'll see you shortly.